Hey United fans, welcome back to the channel. Big news from Carrington today after their thrilling 3-2 victory over Bodo Glimt last night. Manchester United players were back in action today at the Carrington training ground with their next Premier League match against Everton on Sunday. Ruben Amorim wasted no time preparing his squad for the upcoming challenge at Old Trafford under the watchful eye of Amorim and his coaching staff. Ruben Amorim, the new manager at Old Trafford, is wasting no time implementing his vision, as both the players and the coaching staff focus on building momentum. Following the win against Bodo Glimt, where United secured Ruben Amorim's first managerial triumph at the club, the team was back at Carrington for training. The players split into groups to focus on different areas. Those who started the Europa League match, including Rasmus Højlund, Alejandro Garnacho and Noussair Mazraoui, engaged in lighter recovery drills such as stretching, low-intensity runs and massages. Meanwhile, defenders like Matthijs de Ligt, Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof worked on tactical drills aimed at improving positioning and communication. Amorim's philosophy is already evident as he demands control, composure and discipline from his squad. Young talents like Kobbie Mainoo and Tyrell Malacia also impressed, with the former focusing on quick passing drills and the latter showcasing defensive awareness and overlapping runs. Goalkeeper Andre Onana had a separate session, honing reflex saves and distribution under pressure, a key part of Amorim's tactical plans. Ruben Amorim was highly involved in the session, giving individual instructions and motivating players, particularly Garnacho and Højlund, after their strong midweek performances. Reflecting on the Europa League victory, Amorim expressed his pride in the players' energy and commitment, but stressed the importance of shifting focus to Everton, who will visit Old Trafford on Sunday. With this win, the squad seems united and ready to fight for every point, hoping to give fans another performance to celebrate. Off the pitch, Manchester United is making waves in the transfer market, being linked with exciting prospects like Napoli's Ivica Kvaratskhelia and PSG's Randal Kolo Muani. Kvaratskhelia, a 23-year-old winger renowned for his creativity, is reportedly being offered a lucrative 5-year contract worth €8 million annually. However, prizing him away from Napoli could prove challenging, with the Serie A club valuing him at around €100 million. Meanwhile, Kolo Muani, a versatile French striker, has struggled to meet expectations at PSG and may welcome a fresh start under Amorim. His speed, physicality and technical skill make him a promising option for strengthening United's attack. United fans were treated to a nail-biting spectacle in their recent win against Bodo Glimt. Garnacho opened the scoring within the first minute, but the visitors fought back, leaving United trailing midway through the first half. Højlund levelled the game with a brilliant header just before half-time and delivered the winning goal early in the second half, tapping in a well-executed team move. The victory marked a turning point for United's European campaign and a promising start for Amorim's tenure. Højlund, in particular, credited the team's new back three system for his recent success, stating that it mirrors his style at Atalanta and suits him well. Amorim has already identified areas for improvement, particularly in defence and fitness levels. Training sessions now simulate loss of possession scenarios to build the team's resilience and work rate in regaining control. This focus on defensive organisation and pressing aligns with his tactical philosophy, which prioritises structured transitions and adaptability. Additionally, reports suggest United is targeting a new left-back in upcoming transfer windows, with names like Alphonso Davies and Milos Kerkez under consideration. This move aims to strengthen a position where depth and consistency are currently lacking. Amorim's impact extends beyond tactics. His ability to inspire and communicate with players has earned praise from the squad. Diogo Dalot described him as a demanding professional who embodies the club's standards, while Harry Maguire noted the energy and clarity he brings to team meetings. The manager's emphasis on hard work and accountability is resonating, with players expressing optimism about the future. As Manchester United prepare for a busy schedule, Amorim's methods and ideas are beginning to shape the team's identity. The hard-fought win against Bodo Glimt and the promising developments at Carrington suggest that brighter days may lie ahead for the club. Fans will be eager to see how the team builds on this momentum, starting with Sunday's match against Everton, as they push to reclaim their status among Europe's elite. Moreover, when Ruben Amorim left Sporting Lisbon earlier this month, he said goodbye to Victor Gyökeres a striker in red-hot form who had netted 23 goals in 18 matches under his guidance this season. By trading Lisbon for Manchester, Amorim not only changed leagues but also encountered a stark contrast in attacking output. At Sporting, goals were abundant, but at Manchester United, he inherited a team struggling to find the back of the net, ranking among the Premier League's lowest scorers. One of the early questions posed to Amorim in press conferences has been how he plans to address United's scoring issues. The 39-year-old manager has stressed his commitment to improving the existing squad rather than immediately resorting to the transfer market, even as speculation about a potential reunion with Gyökeres swirls. For now, Amorim is focused on maximising the potential of the players already at his disposal. His first attempt to solve the goal-scoring problem came during United's 1-1 draw against Ipswich. Amorim opted to play Marcus Rashford as a central striker, leading the line, but the experiment didn't yield the desired results. Rashford, who thrives when cutting in from the left flank, struggled to adapt to the demands of a traditional number 9 role. Recognising this, Amorim adjusted his approach for the Europa League match against Bodo Glimt, entrusting Rasmus Højlund with the responsibility of spearheading the attack. Højlund, wearing the iconic number 9 shirt, repaid Amorim's faith in style, scoring twice to lead United to a 3-2 comeback victory. The Danish striker's 19th and 20th goals for the club not only secured 3 points, but also marked a significant moment in both his and Amorim's journey at Old Trafford. For Højlund, it was an opportunity to reignite his form after a mixed debut season in which he was United's top scorer with 20 goals in 57 appearances, but struggled with consistency. The 21-year-old striker's confidence and potential were evident during the Bodo Glimt match. He showcased his ability to finish from central positions, an essential skill in Amorim's tactical system. The performance has raised hopes that Højlund could become the prolific forward United desperately need. Reflecting on his ambitions, Højlund expressed determination to grow into the role of a dependable goalscorer, stating, "I think I showed last season, being the top scorer for the team, that I can score my goals. I'm still very young, but I want to take the responsibility. That's why I took the number 9 this year." Højlund acknowledged that he is far from the finished article, emphasising that he still has room to develop. However, his previous experience leading the line in a 3-4-3 formation at Atalanta, where he scored 10 goals in 34 appearances, gives him a solid foundation to build upon. It was that stint in Serie A that convinced United to pay £64 million for his services in 2023, with potential add-ons raising the fee to £72 million. The young forward also discussed the tactical adjustments under Amorim, contrasting the new system with the one employed by Erik Ten Hag. Højlund explained that Amorim's pressing philosophy requires him to focus more on what's ahead of him rather than covering spaces behind. He described the 3-4-3 setup as familiar, drawing parallels to his time at Atalanta, though he noted subtle differences in its implementation. "I think the press is very different," Højlund said. "I have to focus a little bit more on what's in front of me instead of behind me. It's a different system, but I've played in something similar before." Beyond his on-field contributions, Højlund has gained attention for his celebratory flair. Known for switching up his celebrations, he added a new move to his repertoire during the Bodo Glimt match, inspired by a scene from Gladiator, a film he had recently watched with the Danish national team. Explaining the gesture, Højlund said, "It was the Gladiator one. It was a good one. We watched it with the national team, and I thought it was a nice celebration." For Amorim, Højlund's brace against Bodo Glimt was a promising sign of what could come as he implements his vision at United. The head coach is keen to replicate the success he achieved with Gyökeres at Sporting by developing a system that empowers Højlund to thrive. The Dane's performance suggests he could emerge as a key figure in Amorim's plans, helping to address United's attacking deficiencies. While it is still early days, the victory over Bodo Glimt offered a glimpse of the potential under Amorim's leadership. The win marked the beginning of a new era at Old Trafford, and the confidence displayed by Højlund signals a brighter future. If the young striker can build on his recent performance and consistently find the net, he might just become the talisman United need to turn their fortunes around. For now, both Amorim and Højlund remain focused on the hard work ahead, determined to bring the goals and the success at OT. Meanwhile, Noussair Mazraoui's display against Bodo Glimt showed why he fits Ruben Amorim's system like a glove. Manchester United won an entertaining Europa League encounter against Bodo Glimt 3-2 at Old Trafford on Thursday on what was Ruben Amorim's first home game. The hosts took yet another early lead, this time within 50 seconds through Alejandro Garnacho, before the visitors shocked the United faithful into silence by scoring twice within 4 minutes. But the front three kept at it, and eventually Rasmus Højlund scored a fine brace as the Red Devils clinched back-to-back wins in the competition for the first time this season. The attacking trio of Højlund, Garnacho and Mason Mount dovetailed nicely, but the Portuguese coach will not be too pleased with his wing-backs. Mazraoui was very intelligent. Despite conceding twice on the night, it was another fantastic performance from Noussair Mazraoui, with the Moroccan hardly putting a foot wrong against the Norwegian side. Not too many Erik Ten Hag signings have been bona fide successes, but the former Bayern Munich man looks like a steal at only €15 million. He also looked like the perfect fit for whatever Amorim is trying to build. The 27-year-old is extremely intelligent and looks like he can play anywhere across the pitch. He knew exactly when to press and when to stay back, while his ability on the ball was unmatched as well. He had a massive 139 touches of the ball and ended the game with an impressive 95% passing accuracy, with 114 of his 120 attempted passes finding their mark. As many as 21 passes went into the final third, with one of them finding the Dane inside the box, who scored with aplomb in what was the crucial equaliser. Mazraoui made 3 key passes and created one big chance as well. His solitary crossing attempt found its mark, while 3 of his 5 long balls found a teammate. Defensively, he was equally strong, and despite Antony looking shaky at times, the Morocco international gave him ample cover and snuffed out the danger at every available opportunity. The right-sided centre-back made 3 clearances, 1 interception, and also completed 5 tackles. He also won 6 out of his 7 attempted ground duels. Amorim could not have asked for more from Mazraoui, and with Leny Yoro yet to regain full fitness, he will likely continue to play in this position for some more time. Moreover, Rasmus Højlund stole the limelight as Manchester United made heavy weather of beating Bodø Glimt in the Europa League. Speaking to TNT Sports shortly after the final whistle, the Danish striker reassured fans that the team are determined to move away from the unnecessary drama which has characterised their European campaign so far. "We want to make sure these games don't get too exciting," he said. "Obviously the game tonight was about getting the 3 points, and we did the job. United rallied well to secure the points, but they couldn't have done it without the sterling efforts of the 21-year-old. Højlund bagged a brace and ferociously chased down the goalkeeper to engineer an open goal for Alejandro Garnacho's first-minute opener. Within 50 seconds of kickoff, the Dane was putting into practice the heavy pressing philosophy of new manager Ruben Amorim. "He told me today not to think too much about the guys behind me," he said. He added that Amorim encouraged him to try to work a little bit more on what I can see in front and be very aggressive towards the goal. It was a hit-and-miss night for the Portuguese's methods, with the 3-4-3 formation seeing United stutter at times. And Højlund acknowledged that it will take time to adapt. "Obviously it's going to take time, but I think you can already see now, today, some patterns, and it's getting better," he said. While the new formation has its teething problems, the number 9 is relishing it. "For me, this reminds me a little bit of how I played in Atalanta, in a 3-4-3, and it suits me very well." The youngster admitted that he hadn't had a chance to catch up with his goals, but gave some insight on the mood amongst his teammates. When asked about his outstanding first goal, he said, "I haven't seen it back, but I've been told by the others that it was very good, and obviously I'm to go home now and see it again." And speaking about the build-up to his second, the striker revealed that he is making an effort to stay inside the 6-yard box as part of his work with the new manager. "The manager told me to try to stick to running at the first post. We saw how it worked out," he said. The 3-2 win over the Norwegian champions is United's second victory in a row in the Europa League, but could easily have gone the way of their opening 3 matches, which all ended as frustrating draws. United threw away leads against FC Twente and Fenerbahce, which both ended 1-1, and relied on a 91st minute equaliser to salvage a 3-3 draw against Porto. They next travelled to the Czech Republic to play Victoria Plzeň on December 12th. Manchester United secured a dramatic 3-2 victory over Bodø Glimt in the Europa League, marking a successful Old Trafford debut for new head coach Ruben Amorim. While the result provided back-to-back wins in the competition, it was far from straightforward as the Red Devils were tested by their Norwegian opponents. Alejandro Garnacho got United off to the perfect start, pouncing on a poor clearance from Bodø goalkeeper Nikita Haikin to score within 50 seconds. The early goal lifted the crowd, and Amorim's team looked set to dominate. However, the visitors responded with impressive resilience. In the 19th minute, Hakan Evgen delivered a stunning equaliser, curling a powerful strike into the top corner from the edge of the box. Just 4 minutes later, Philip Zinkernagel exploited United's defensive frailties to slot the ball through Andre Onana's legs, giving Bodo Glimt a surprising 2-1 lead. The quick turnaround stunned Old Trafford, exposing vulnerabilities in Amorim's three-at-the-back system. With pressure mounting, Rasmus Højlund came to United's rescue. On the brink of half-time, the Danish striker connected with a brilliant cross from Noussair Mazraoui to volley home and level the score at 2-2. His effort revitalised the team, sending the sides into the break on equal terms. Amorim made adjustments at half-time, including substituting Tyrell Malacia, who was starting for the first time in 550 days, following a knee injury. The changes paid off quickly, as Højlund struck again 5 minutes into the second half. Narrowly staying onside, he converted a well-worked team move to put United 3-2 ahead, scoring what would ultimately be the match-winning goal. The game remained intense, with Garnacho nearly extending United's lead moments later, only for Hakan to produce an excellent save. Despite their efforts to press forward, Bodo Glimt continued to threaten on the counter. Onana showcased his sweeper-keeper abilities, making a crucial tackle outside his box to deny a potential equaliser and launching a counter-attack that ended with Garnacho missing a good chance. Amorim rotated his squad in the second half, introducing Marcus Rashford, Amad Diallo and Luke Shaw for Mason Mount, Antony and Lisandro Martinez. While these changes added energy, the Red Devils had to dig deep in the closing stages to protect their slender lead. Onana was called into action again, ensuring United held firm to claim the victory. Speaking after the match, Ruben Amorim praised his players' determination while acknowledging areas for improvement. There were good moments and difficult moments, he said. The lads stuck to the game plan, ran hard and pressed well. They're trying to implement the ideas we've worked on over the last 3 days, and we deserved the win. The manager also reflected on his Old Trafford debut and the warm reception he received from the fans. Half of the stadium doesn't know me. I've come from Portugal and haven't done anything for this club yet, but the way they made me feel at home is something I'll cherish for the rest of my career. Højlund's performance stood out, ending his goal drought with 2 well-taken finishes that were crucial in securing the win. Amorim praised the striker's efforts and hinted at more to come as the squad adapts to his tactical demands. Despite the victory, the manager acknowledged issues with ball retention and defensive lapses, areas he plans to address in training. The result lifts Manchester United to 12th in the Europa League standings, just 1 point off the automatic qualification spots. While the match highlighted the team's attacking potential, it also underlined the challenges Amorim faces in tightening the defence and solidifying his system. For Garnacho, Højlund and the rest of the squad, this win serves as a confidence booster as they navigate a busy schedule under new management. The passionate display by both the players and the fans provided a glimpse of what the future might hold under Amorim's leadership. Despite a few nervy moments, United showed grit and determination, ensuring a memorable start for their new manager at the Theatre of Dreams. Meanwhile, Manchester United legend Ruud van Nistelrooy is poised to begin a new chapter in his managerial career. According to renowned football journalist Fabrizio Romano, Van Nistelrooy has reached an agreement to become Leicester City's new head coach. The deal has been finalised, and the necessary documents are now being signed. Van Nistelrooy, who had a brief spell as interim manager at Manchester United, has been steadily building his coaching resume. Known for his clinical finishing during his playing days, the Dutchman will bring his expertise and passion for the game to a Leicester City side eager to make their way back to the Premier League. Leicester City currently competes in the Premier League, following their promotion from the Championship last season. The club sees Van Nistelrooy as the ideal candidate to guide them back to the top flight. His experience at the highest levels of football, both as a player and a coach, is expected to bring a fresh perspective and renewed energy to the team. Van Nistelrooy's appointment will be officially announced soon, marking a significant moment for both him and Leicester City. Fans of the Foxes will be eager to see how he shapes the team and implements his vision as they aim for promotion. For Manchester United supporters, seeing Van Nistelrooy take on a managerial role at another club is a reminder of the impact he has had on the game. During his time at Old Trafford, he scored 150 goals in 219 appearances, earning legendary status. Now he's making strides in management with Leicester City, as his next challenge. Van Nistelrooy's move to Leicester City highlights his ambition to succeed in coaching. It's a bold step for the Dutchman and a statement of intent from Leicester City, who are looking to turn their season around under his leadership. Football fans across the globe will be watching closely as Van Nistelrooy takes on this new challenge.